Hi, my name is Whitney.
Hi, I'm Caden.
And I'm Bethany.
This week we're starting a new series called Challenge Accepted.
We challenge you to stand up and worship God.
I accept that challenge. Come on, let's go worship.
I've been trying to find it, find the wild for this rebel heart. I've been coming up empty, can't find an ending if I had no start. I finally found the answer to my purpose. It turns out you were closer than I ever thought. And now I'm gonna live my life on purpose, the way I could have all along. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. It's how I was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to run, run, run. I was feeling so heavy until you showed up and you took the weight, running through open spaces. Now my rebel heart has found its way. I finally found the answer to my purpose. It turns out you were closer than I ever thought. And now I'm gonna live my life on purpose, the way I could have all along. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. It's how I was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to. Faith and vision collide, got dreams run wild when life is all about you. Now my future begins in your freedom. Jesus, I'm all about you. I was chasing meaning, looking for a feeling. Now I found your freedom, and I know it's here to stay. When I'm restless, I run to your presence. There's no better promise than your way. This heart was born to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to run, run, run. This heart was made to, always made to.
Hey friends! Welcome back to Callie's World, where we make friends and learn new things together. Do you like sports, friends? My dad and I are watching basketball on TV right now. But I love all types of sports. Basketball, soccer, tennis. You know what though? Sports let me down a little lately. Do you see this cast on my arm? I was playing my favorite sport last week, softball. My team was winning, but then the ball was thrown and hit my arm. Ouch! It was an accident, but it hurt so much, and I had to go to a specialist to get a cast. I still love softball, but I won't be able to play it for a few months. It makes me feel a little bit sad, but...
Callie, some of your friends are here to see you.
Oh wow! That's really nice of them. Friends, I'll be right back. let's listen to today's Bible story in the meantime.
It's time for our Bible story. Today we will learn an amazing story about Jesus.
Awesome.
Today in our Bible story, Jesus was finished speaking in the synagogue.
A synagogue? What's that?
A synagogue is a place where people get together to learn about God.
Kind of like a church.
Exactly. After the synagogue, Jesus went to the house of Simon, who was a friend of Jesus. But there at the house, Jesus was told some very bad news.
What happened?
Jesus found out that Simon's mother-in-law was sick.
What was wrong with her?
She had a very high fever.
Oh no, that's not good.
Not at all. Jesus went to go see Simon's mother-in-law, who was laying in the bed, not able to do anything. Jesus reached out and held her hands, and she got better right away.
Just like that?
Just like that, Jesus made her fever go away. Jesus made her all better. He helped her get up, and then she started to feed Jesus and his friends. She was able to take care of everyone because she wasn't sick anymore.
They must have been surprised.
You bet. All over, people heard what Jesus did, and that caused the entire town to come to where Jesus was.
How come?
Because they needed help from Jesus. Many of them were sick. Some of them couldn't see. Some couldn't walk.
Did Jesus heal them?
Yes, he did. The people were healed and more people began to follow Jesus. Jesus didn't only care about his friends. He cared about everyone.
I'm back, friends. And that was a wonderful story. So, you want to know why my friends came over? They wanted to know how I was doing. And guess what? All of them signed my cast. They were all so nice to write get well notes and give me some good gifts because they knew I wasn't feeling too great. I'm so happy that no matter how sick or in pain I might be, Jesus takes care of me. He always knows what I need. Look at this note from my friend Allie. See you soon on the field. Definitely, like Jesus healed the people in this story, I know Jesus will make me all better in no time. Well, gotta run, friends. The basketball game I was watching is almost finished, and I would love to see who wins. Thanks for watching and growing with me. Bye!
In the darkness, we were waiting without hope, without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes to fulfill the law and prophets. To a virgin came the word from a throne of endless glory to a cradle in the dirt. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, for good, for the Lamb had conquered death, and the dead rose from their tombs, and the angels stood in awe, for the souls of all who'd come to the Father are restored, and the church of Christ was born. Then the Spirit lit the flame. Now this gospel truth of old shall not kneel, shall not faint. By His blood and in His name, in His freedom I am free. For the love of Jesus Christ, who has resurrected me. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. Praise forever to the King of Kings.
Hey kids, my name's Miss Nancy, and if you haven't noticed, we're wearing sports kinds of things this month because we're talking about challenges. You know, when you play sports, it's a challenge to win. And we're going to be talking about some of the challenges that Jesus had in His life and how He can help us with some of these challenges. So, we're going to read a passage from the Bible, and it's in Mark. Now remember, Mark is a book that is in the New Testament. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, so it's the second book. And we're going to the first chapter and verse 29 through 39. And I'm going to read it to you because I want you to listen very carefully, okay? So it says, now as soon as they had come out of the synagogue, this is talking about Jesus and the disciples, they entered the house of Simon Peter and Andrew with James and John. But Simon Peter's wife's mother, lay sick with a fever, and they told Jesus about her at once. So He came and took her by the hand and lifted her up, and immediately the fever left her, and she served them. So Jesus healed her, didn't He? At evening, when the sun had set, they brought to Him all who were sick and those who were demon-possessed, and the whole city was gathered at the door. And then He healed many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons. And He did not allow the demons to speak because they knew Him. They knew who Jesus was. They knew that Jesus was really God as a man, didn't they? Now in the morning, having risen a long while before daylight, Jesus went out and departed to a solitary place, and there He prayed. And Simon Peter and those who were with Him searched for Him. And when they found Him, they said to Him, "Everyone is looking for you." But He said to them, "Let us go to the next towns, that I may preach there also, because this is the purpose that I came for." And He was preaching in their synagogues throughout all of Galilee and casting out demons. I'm going to put 3 hearts on my hand. I'm going to put one here. I guess I could turn it right side up. One right there. I'm going to put one right there. And I'm going to put one right here. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this story, but we're going to talk about some other stories that I know you know about Jesus healing people. So in this story, we talked about that Jesus came into the house of Simon Peter, and his mother-in-law was sick and she had a fever. How did He heal her? You're right. He took her by the hand and he lifted her up, and bam, her fever was gone and she was well. There's another story where Jesus took someone by the hand and lifted them up. Do you remember the story about Jairus? He was a ruler of the synagogue, one of the important leaders in the synagogue, which is the Jewish church. And he came to Jesus and he told Jesus that he wanted him to come and heal his daughter. His daughter was about 12, about y'all's age. Well, when they got to the house, people came to him and said, "Oh, it's too late, Jesus. It's too late, Jesus. The little girl has already died." And people were already crying and carrying on because this little girl had passed away. But what did Jesus say? He said, "Oh, she's not dead." And everybody went, "Wait a minute, what do you know?" And Jesus took the mama and the daddy, and they went into the little girl's room. And he took her by the hand and he said, "Little girl, get up." And she got up. He brought her back to life, didn't he? And he did it by touching her, by taking her hand and lifting her up. That's one way that Jesus heals us, is by touching us. That's one of the hearts. What's another way that Jesus healed in the Bible? Sometimes he just prayed for us. He prayed for someone, didn't even touch them. Do you remember the story of Lazarus? Lazarus was already dead, and he was in the tomb. And Martha and Mary said, "Oh my goodness, Jesus, he's already been dead for 4 days. He's gonna be stinking." But Jesus went and he called out to Lazarus. First he prayed to God to say, God, let us show these people the power that you have. And then he called Lazarus, and Lazarus came walking out. He didn't touch him, did he? He just prayed for him. And what is another way when Jesus just prayed for someone? Do you remember the story about the centurion? The fella who was the leader among a lot of the Roman soldiers? And he had a servant who was sick. And the servant was very sick, sick almost unto death. And the centurion really liked that servant. He didn't want him to die. And so he went to Jesus to say, "Jesus, please heal him." Well, Jesus was all ready to go to his house to go and heal that servant. And the centurion said, "Oh, you don't even need to come to my house because I know you have great authority. And all you have to do is just say that he is healed, and he'll be healed." And that's what Jesus did. And that servant was healed. So sometimes Jesus just speaks over us, and we are healed. And what's another way? What did they say here? In this passage, that he was casting out demons, right? Do you remember the story about the young boy who the demons were possessing him? And sometimes the father had come to Jesus and said, "Oh, can you help my son? Can you help my son? Something is going on and he's having these seizures, and sometimes he falls in the water and sometimes he falls in the fire." And Jesus cast the demons out of him. Just like that, he was healed. The demons were gone, and that little boy was fine. Do you remember the story about the wild man who lived among all the tombs? And he was so crazy, he couldn't have clothes on, and they had tried to keep him from running around and being like a wild man, and they put him in chains, and he could even break the chains. And when Jesus came there, Jesus cast out the demons, and that man was fine. Immediately, that man was fine. So sometimes Jesus is casting out demons. But in each of these, Jesus is taking care of us. He loves us so much. He was taking care of us no matter what was wrong. And he didn't want to stay in that one place in Simon Peter's town. He wanted to go all over Galilee to help whoever he could and to preach the gospel, to preach the good news, to preach to people so they would understand who God was. Gee, I wonder what Carl and Cassie think about this. Why don't we find out? See you next week.
Hey y'all, guess what day it is? It's game day! Yay!
Welcome to Grow TV! Hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grow TV! Welcome. Today is a big day, y'all. Today, like I said, is a game day. Y'all know what game day is? It's the day of the game. You see, I have a basketball game day with some old pals, and I have to be the star. I have to show them all what I can do. What move am I going to do first? The old shimmy shake? The old rooster booster? What about the Cleveland Slam Jam? But before I do that, I got to do some warm-ups. Can y'all do some warm-ups with me? Can't hear you, but let's go. Let's get moving, y'all. Pump those fists. Trunk that twist. Twist that trunk. Now grab that basketball. Pump fake. Pump fake. Shake 'em loose. Shake 'em loose. Thunder roll. Thunder roll. Now bounce pass. Ha! Chest pass. Throw back. Overhead. Throw back. Ow. Oh! Oh, my body. My body. It's shut down. I can't move. Oh.
Carl, what's wrong?
Oh. I think my body's broke.
What do you mean your body's broke?
Yes, I broke my body.
What hurts?
Everything. Everything hurts, Cassie. Ah!
Carl, don't you think you're being a little dramatic?
No, I'm not. Is this dramatic? Ouch. 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 Was that dramatic enough? I'm telling you, everything I touch hurts.
Carl, can I hold your hand for a second?
Why?
Just let me see it. Does this hurt?
No.
What about this one?
No.
What about this one?
No.
What about that one?
No.
And this one?
Ah!
I see the problem now, Carl. Your body isn't broken.
How do you know?
It's your finger. It's the only thing that's hurting you in your whole body. You're poking your body with it. That's why it hurt.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I appreciate you helping taking care of me.
No problem, Carl.
That reminded me of Jesus a little.
Oh, stop. Wait, really? In what way?
Well, think about when Jesus healed all those people.
Which time? There were so many.
I'm sure you remember. Let's look at Mark 1. Oh. Yes. Ah! You see, Jesus left the synagogue and he's heading to Simon and Andrew's house.
Yep, and it says here Simon's mother-in-law was sick and had a fever. That's awful.
Yes, she was really sick. And when Jesus saw that she was sick, he walked over and helped her up. And then BAM! She was healed instantly.
Just like that? That's incredible.
Oh, just wait. There's more. Later that night, people in town brought Jesus a ton of people who were struggling with all kinds of different sickness.
And Jesus healed them, right?
He really did. I wonder why he did that. He probably had to, right?
What? Are you kidding?
Does this look like a face at kids?
Yeah, actually.
Fair enough, but I'm not kidding. I mean, he probably felt like he had to, you know? Being the son of God and everything.
No way. Jesus did it for one reason.
To look good?
Nope.
To win a scholarship?
No.
To get courtside tickets to the Lakers?
No. Jesus did it because he loves everyone.
That's it? That's the reason?
Absolutely. Jesus shows us time and time again that he does everything in the Bible simply because he loves us.
Wow, that's incredible. So healing those people, Jesus showed his love and showed that he cared.
You got it.
So, can Jesus heal, I don't know, a broken finger?
Yeah, except your finger's not broken, Carl.
Wow, Jesus healed already? Ow, that was quick.
I'm saying it's probably a sprain and you just need an ice pack. But of course, a broken finger would not be challenging for Jesus at all. And the cool thing is, Jesus helps us with more than even the outside hurt.
More than outside hurt? Like inside hurt?
Exactly. You know when our feelings get hurt or we get angry or sad? Jesus can heal all of it.
But if Jesus can heal everybody of all the hurts, then why are there so many people that are sick, sad, and hungry?
That's a good question. Well, we need to remember that we are totally free to make our own choices, good or bad. And because sometimes humans make unwise choices, lots of awful things keep happening. I'm sure Jesus would want to fix everything, but he loves us enough to give us the tools to try on our own.
I get it. Besides, if Jesus just magically made everything better all the time, we would just think of him as some sort of wizard or genie instead of the Savior and our friend.
Exactly. If Jesus just intervened for us all the time, we would never grow the way God wants us to. Would we really pray and talk to God as much if we had no problems whatsoever?
Of course I would. I love talking to God.
Well, I hope all of us could be more like you. Well, just know that if we're going through some tough times or we only sprain our finger,
Only? What do you mean, only?
Jesus is there for us, just like Jesus was there for all the people from today's Bible story.
Well, that's a relief. You hear that, little guy? You're gonna be okay, because Jesus takes care of me.
Hey, guess what? That's our big idea.
No way! Ow!
Today's big idea is Jesus takes care of me.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. Ready?
Ready?
1,
2,
3. Jesus takes care of me! Oh yeah, he does, he does. Jesus takes care of me. He takes care of Cassie too. And you. And you, and you, and you. And Andy, behind the camera. He takes care of all of us.
So Carl,
Yes, Cassie.
you think you can go out and play today?
You know what? I don't think I can. I know I can! Ouch! Oh!
Thank you for watching and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
Hey y'all, it's time for Creative Corner. My name is Dana and this is my friend Owen.
Hi.
Today we're making a big idea home plate. So what you're gonna need is a white sheet of paper, a colored paper, and some markers and glue. So we're gonna draw, what shape is that?
A pentagon.
A pentagon on our white sheet of paper. Then we're gonna cut it out and it should look like this.
Yes.
We're gonna glue it on our colored paper. Do you wanna glue yours?
Yes.
All right. Then we're gonna write the big idea on our home plate. And our big idea this week is Jesus takes care of me. Okay, you got yours?
Yes.
It looks good. On our home plate, we're gonna write ways that Jesus takes care of us. So, what's the way that Jesus takes care of us?
Loving us?
Yeah, he does love us and take care of us, and he keeps us safe and does a whole bunch of stuff for us. So we're gonna write that on our piece of paper. It's important for us to remember how Jesus takes care of us every day. How can we remember that every day?
By reading the Bible.
Yeah, by reading the Bible, that's right. So now your paper should look like this. Does that look good? Yeah. All right. So, okay friends, that's all we have today. And Miss Sierra always says, never forget you are a beautiful creation of God. Bye.
Bye.
Hey friends, we're back. It's Grayson and Judah, and guess what we're just in time for? Game time. Grayson, did you grab the plans? It's about to start.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, what does it say?
Jesus takes care of me.
Repeat after me, friends. Jesus takes care of me.
Takes care of me.
Bye, friends.
Bye. See y'all next week.
Hello friends, my name is Kim and this is Kenya.
Hi friends.
And we've got our Bibles because it's time for our Memory Verse. All right, so we have a new verse this month. It's in 1 John chapter 5, verse 5. Let's read together and then learn the sign language. All right? So who is it that overcomes the world? Only the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. All right, so let's learn the sign language. You ready, Kenya?
Ready.
Who is it that overcomes the world? Only the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. All right, good job, friends. See you next time. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Lydia. Today was awesome. We have an awesome game plan, and I'm so excited to go out and help all of those people.
Yeah, that's awesome. One way that Jesus takes care of us is sending people into our lives that help take care of us, like our loved ones, our family, our friends, our teachers, our church leaders. All of those people God has sent into our lives to help take care of us. Can you name somebody that has taken care of you lately?
Just yesterday, my mom and my dad made us dinner.
Yeah, that was a really great way of taking care of you. Yeah, let's pray.
Dear God, thank you so much for caring about us. Thank you for sending Jesus, and thank you for giving us different people to take care of us. And always help us remember that we will always be with you. Amen. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. Stick around for Kids News.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, Rumors Kids, and it's time for Kids News with Jakari and
Javen.
I will be a referee, and
I will be a soccer player.
Service was a blast today.
Yeah, and I learned a lot today.
I did too. It's comforting to know that God takes care of you and me.
Preach.
We have a challenge for y'all. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos, and tell your friends. And please sign up with Miss Mary if you would like to appear on Virtual Kids Church.
For Creative Corner, you will need some glue, color piece of paper, and scissors, and some markers.
And if you guys have any prayer requests, please send an email to Miss Mary. Will you guys accept that challenge? We'll see you next week, soccer player. Next week, referee.
Bye.
Bye.